Thank you. What was it again? Oh yeah, President Patty. Yeah, thank you. Fellow Rotarians, welcome to the Pullo Center at Penn State York. This is a facility of which we're extremely proud and very honored to have. Factoid, you may not know, this is the only such facility outside of University Park, so that certainly makes Penn State York special in all the campuses. It was so nice also today to see Bob and Donna Pullo here today. Glad that they were in attendance. Penn State York is tremendously indebted to them, not just for this fine facility, but for a myriad array of ways in which they've supported the campus over the years and continue to do so in activities such as, and not necessarily limited to, student research and to the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, more commonly known as OLLI. The reason I read that whole name is I had a charming older lady stop me in the hallway one day and asked me who this OLLI guy was who seemed to be teaching 400 classes in Penn State York, so I had to explain that was actually an organization, and he wasn't really that tired. So at any rate, we're very happy to have OLLI once again. That's another thing that only exists at UP and at Penn State York. So once again, our campus is honored to have that organization, and so pleased to have Bob and Donna so involved in that OLLI group. Now before I introduce Tina, I want to give you an indication of the support that Penn State York enjoys from this Rotary Club. The following are Rotary colleagues who are members or members emeritus of the Penn State Advisory Board or our current university, Penn State University trustees. Matt Calabretta, Don Dellinger, Frank Dittenhafer, Mark Evans, Eric Holmes, Jody Keller, John Kleindienst, who's our incoming president of the advisory board, Kelly Matthews, Bob Pullo, Scott Rogers, Bill Shipley, who is University Board Trustee, Bobby Simpson, Matt Summer, Jonathan Spanos, and thanks Jonathan for the food, that was great today. Dan Wallersworth, outgoing president, he just completed a wonderful 2 years as president of the advisory board, thanks Dan. Elliot Weinstein, University Board Trustee, and Bill Wolf. Now on to Tina Rohrbach, Director of the Pullo Center. Rohrbach, excuse me, I pronounced that wrong. Tina's passion for the arts and entertainment industry began 25 years ago as a teenager working at the Hershey Park Arena box office. After earning a bachelor's in accounting, Tina was hired as the arena stadium accountant for Hershey Entertainment and Resorts. In 2002, she was promoted to accounting manager, where she successfully managed a multi-million-dollar budget and settled shows for acts such as the Rolling Stones, Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, and Cher. As the accounting manager, she accomplished one of her proudest career moments, which was assisting in the opening of the Giant Center. Years later, she switched paths in the industry to become an assistant director of ticketing of the sports and entertainment complex. In 2008, Tina joined the Penn State York campus community as the assistant director of the Pullo Center. Over the past 8 years, she has enjoyed working with the crew here at the Pullo Center, whom she fondly refers to as a dream team. And I certainly would second that. It's absolutely true. We have a wonderful staff here in the Pullo Center. Tina was recently promoted in June to the Director General Manager position and is looking forward to sharing the new season ahead of us with all of you. I will absolutely second that. In a few short weeks and months that Tina's been the director, we've done amazing things. Now be honest for me a moment. How many of you, this is the first time you've been in the Pullo Center? Be honest. Okay. After today's presentation, I hope you'll want to come back again. I really believe you will. We have a fabulous lineup for this coming year. When Tina isn't working, she enjoys spending time with her husband Chad, her family and childhood friends, traveling, trying new restaurants, and binge watching the latest popular TV shows, some of which wind up on this stage, by the way, and the stars from those shows. So without further ado, Tina Rohrbach.
Hello everyone. Sorry, I'm usually behind the scenes, not with a microphone on the stage, so I apologize for projecting so loudly here. Thank you all so much for choosing to have your meeting here at the Pullo Center today. I'm really happy to see all of you here and to see such a wonderful turnout. I will not be behind the podium today because, as you can see, I'm vertically challenged and you won't be able to see me over the podium. So I'm going to stand out here in front with all of you. I have a a few slides to keep you all entertained as I tell you a little bit about the Pullo Center and what we do here and how we like to get the community involved and how we feel as though we contribute to the community. A few fun facts that I know a few of you raised your hands, you haven't been here in the past, and so I wanted to share some facts with you. We opened in August of 2005, so we just celebrated our 10th anniversary last season, and we are very much looking forward to our second decade ahead, which started July 1st of this year. We have seating capacity of 1,016. When the pit, which is right in front of you lit, is lowered to the floor, as you see it right now, there's 984 seats, approximately 700 downstairs and almost 300 upstairs. We have state-of-the-art technology. We are constantly trying to stay on the cutting edge of technology, constantly looking at ways to improve our sound, our lighting. We just recently updated all of our visual effects. This is our original screen, which is our smaller screen, but we actually have one of the largest screens that's actually in the fly space right now, which is one of the largest, I believe, if I'm getting that correctly, in Pennsylvania. So we're very proud of that. One of our hidden gems you may have passed on your way in today is our rehearsal room. It's located on the 3rd floor of our building before you get to the box office, right inside the front doors. Our rehearsal room is the home of our meet and greets, which we try to do for every show. We try to create a VIP experience for our guests. It's typically the first few rows that you're all seated in, and they get the experience of meeting with the celebrities, possibly getting autographs, getting photos that they can put on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We also rent out our rehearsal room. It has become very popular for meetings, cocktail parties, receptions. So if you get a chance, afterwards we'll take you on a small tour if you're interested and have time, and we can walk up to the rehearsal room and I can show you that space as well. We pride ourselves on convenient free parking. Hopefully you've had a great experience coming in today, finding a great parking space and having assistance getting into the building. We do have security on staff for all of our shows that assist with parking, so we're very proud of that. I'm sure you've been to many shows and other venues in other cities, and I know I have, where it's tough because you're not sure where you're going. We do pride ourselves on taking care of our guests from the moment that you pull in the parking lot. We're proud to say that we're home to many community rentals. The Manufacturers Association has their annual event here. They do a walking reception for about 800-900 guests, which is located on all of our balconies and the concourse level, which you probably came in on today. And also experimental movement concepts dance, which is also referred to as EMC. They're here twice a year, and I have a little story about EMC coming up here as well. I wanted to talk to you about the positive impact that entertainment has on our community and how we feel that we contribute to that positive impact. The Pullo Center provides unique opportunities. One of them is boosting the economy, educating our youth, volunteer opportunities, offering complimentary events to our community, and presenting quality entertainment. In boosting our economy, we provide the space for Broadway technical rehearsals. Has anyone ever seen a Broadway show here in the past? Yes, a few of you. Okay, well, chances are that Broadway show started off as a technical rehearsal. And a technical rehearsal is when a Broadway show is about to hit the touring scene on the road. They've come out of one of the big cities such as New York or Chicago, and they're going to start touring 2 cities that can reach us on a more local level. So they're looking for a space to sit down for about a week to 3 weeks. They'll rehearse their show, they'll rebuild their sets or build their sets, they'll work on their costumes, sometimes they redesign their costumes, and it's a wonderful production to see. We sometimes try to open our doors to dress rehearsals and invite the community in to see that. So when Broadway technical rehearsals are here, they help to boost the economy because they provide employment opportunities. Many times we hire carpenters, wardrobe attendants, electricians, audio engineers, and sometimes it takes anywhere from 60 to 90 of these staff members to help run a technical rehearsal. This crew and all the actors that come along with it, they all need a place to stay when they're in town. When they're here for a week to 3 weeks, they're not living on tour buses, they're staying in our hotels in the community. They're eating at our restaurants, using our caterers, going out to grocery stores to buy groceries to put in the green room. They're shopping in all of our other stores, all of our local hardware stores, all of our local music stores, CVS, Walgreens, you name it, they need it. Many times they have to rent larger vans to transport their team back and forth to the hotels and the restaurants, as well as rental equipment. One of our more famous Broadway shows that you may have seen here is the $1 Million Quartet. They were actually here twice to rehearse, and they did do a dress rehearsal once, and they did open the show up to the public another time. One of our favorites, which was here for 3 weeks, was The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Did anyone attend that show? Yep, I see some hands, great. A fun fact about the Grinch is he could not come out of costume, and he very rarely came out of character. Many times, of course, they don't allow any smokers who may be part of the crew to smoke in any costumes. Well, Grinch had quite an opportunity because the poor Grinch couldn't come out of costume, and unfortunately he was a smoker. So our crew had quite a laugh smoking on the deck with the Grinch. You can imagine that was probably a task with those fingers. We have a claim to fame in York County where the Grinch is concerned. I mentioned EMC Dance Company. The Grinch crew had tryouts for one of the Cindy Lou Who roles. As you may know, of course, children can't work the amount of hours that the rest of us tend to, so they need 2 or 3 Cindy Lou Who's to travel with them, and they did an audition for one of the Cindy Lou Who's, and one of our local York County children that's part of EMC Dance was chosen as one of the Cindy Lou Who's. So she went out on tour with them. You can get an idea of the amount of props, materials, and work that go into the sets and all of the wardrobe. For the Grinch, I believe there were 10 wardrobe personnel on staff, as you can imagine, with the wigs and the costumes and getting them changed and in and out on the stage. It's quite a challenge. One of our children's favorites here that was also a tech, it was here for a week, was Scooby-Doo Live. And we don't have a picture of the ghost, but a fun fact about Scooby-Doo is the ghost that appeared in this show was actually built by one of our wardrobe personnel. So we were pretty proud of that. We had the Wizard of Oz for 3 weeks, in which we then had 2 shows, which we could open up to the public. And the Wizard of Oz had amazing amazing effects. I wish I had a picture to show you of the tornado that they were able to do with screens and digital technology. And of course, what would the Wizard of Oz be without Toto? And this adorable actor was actually the highest paid of the whole crew. One of our favorites here over the past couple of years was America's Got Talent. I'm sure that was maybe a favorite on TV. They were here for a couple of weeks and opened a show up to the public. And Dirty Dancing. One of my favorite fun facts about this picture is if you look in the top left-hand corner, you can see a band up there. They actually built a stage for the band to play the entire time, so all of the music in Dirty Dancing was played live. Another children's favorite was Madagascar Live. I'm sure if you have children or grandchildren, you've probably seen these movies tons of times. A huge favorite. We sold out 5 shows over a course of 3 days. So very, very popular show. Again, you can see all of the wardrobe and the material that goes into building these sets and these costumes. The giraffe, of course, was on stilts, and even for intermission, never came out of costume. So each of these folks had wardrobe people that were assigned to them, so that anytime that they needed a touch-up or anything, they had someone there. Another way that we pride ourselves on contributing to the community is educating our youth. And we do that twice a year through Gamut Theater. Gamut Theater puts on a Shakespeare play for our local high school students. We send out invitations to all the local high schools and take reservations. It's free to them. We take reservations to make sure that we have enough seats for everybody. Gamut Theater comes in, puts on a Shakespeare play. This one was Hamlet. This year, I believe, is Romeo and Juliet this October. And in the spring, they bring back another crew, which they call the Popcorn Hat Players. And that's usually for preschool and early elementary students. This one was Aladdin. I believe that was 2 years ago we had Aladdin. And the children absolutely love it. Both of these crews and actors will go out to the schools who have acknowledged that they're coming to the show, and they'll do workshops with the children all week long. So by the time the children actually come in to see the performance, they're familiar with the actors, they're going to be familiar with the show, and they do a talk back with the children and the audience. Another way we'd like to contribute to educating our youth is through internships. We've had quite a few Penn State York students, of course, but also we have York College students that come over for a semester or sometimes a whole year. They study venue management, technical services, and marketing. I always try to encourage them to get into accounting, and I lose them about after the first 5 minutes. So I don't understand. I think finance is fun, but I lose them pretty quickly. We also have a work-study program on campus, and that is for our college students here. It gives them an opportunity to earn an income while they're also here attending school. They work in our box office, in technical services, and in marketing. So they are hugely helpful to us. And we try to give them as much material to learn as possible. Most of the time, we try to keep them pretty well-rounded. A lot of them do have concentration, of course, in majors. We have had a Penn State York student who was actually with our technical crew, who then went off on tour with one of the touring companies that came in. So it creates an opportunity not only for them to learn, but also to possibly pick up a career path and have a pretty bright future right away. One of our very early technical rehearsals was Thomas the Tank. We were able to bring our engineering students in with a lot of the work that needed to be done with Thomas, and a lot of our engineering students were able to talk with the crew and the engineers that came on board, and it provided a great opportunity for them to see hands-on as to what they were learning. And shortly after that, we had Rent twice, of which the Rent cast did a talk-back session with local high school and college students, not just here at Penn State York, but other colleges as well. We reached out to a few schools, so they had the opportunity to sit with the actual cast that was going out on tour and talk about what it was like to be out on tour, what it's like to be a performer. We're very proud of our volunteers. They are our first string of customer service here at the Pullo Center. They are our greeters, our ushers, our ticket takers. We like that it involves the community. It gives them a chance to see a show at no cost. Yes, sometimes they miss the first couple minutes, and sometimes that is an integral part of the show, but it gives them an opportunity also to come out and get involved with the community. We feel as though a lot of the retirees that we have on staff with the volunteer crew, which is about 50% of our volunteers are retirees, we feel as though we are reaping the benefits from them. Many of them have had customer service for many years. They know the community members. They're greeting people that they know. They're reaching out to folks. So we really enjoy having them as part of our crew. Some of our volunteers are starting to come out in the younger generations, and we're embracing that because we always want our younger generations to be involved in live entertainment. Yes, I'm guilty of binge watching TV. I like to call it research. But I know that the younger generations are on their phones, they're on their iPads, they're in front of the TV. So we like to encourage them to come out and experience live entertainment, because we always want live entertainment to be around. Some of you may have attended our free community events. We are offered performances by many of the military bands each year. This year we have 2 military bands coming. Last year we had 3. They are free to the community. We do ticket for the events just to make sure that everyone does have a seat, that everyone is able to get in and doesn't show up and won't be able to hear the show. We also have our Penn State Cultural Series, which is free to the community, and if you've had a chance to look at your brochure yet, it's one of the first pages in your brochure. Please come out and join us. And also our rentals. Many of our rentals provide community service as well. They're making a public announcement. They're providing information to our community. And many times we're able to open that up. So we're proud to have them on board as well. Quality entertainment. I'm getting ahead of myself. We pride ourselves on providing quality entertainment. If you've had a chance to look at the brochure, this year we have Manhattan Transfer, the Vienna Boys Choir, who is performing Christmas in Vienna, Legends in Concert, which is coming out on tour after many years of being in the huge entertainment cities as Vegas, Atlantic City, Chicago. So that just went on sale today, and in a little while we're going to have a drawing for 2 free tickets for that show, which is in October. We have ways that you can save money here at the Pullo Center by coming to our quality shows, and that is through group sales. If you have a group of 10 or more friends, co-workers, family members, you can receive a discount and you don't pay any processing or mailing fees. We have membership opportunities. Our memberships are yearly. It gives you the opportunity to purchase tickets prior to the public on sales, which, if you've noticed, we do have the Property Brothers coming in November, and that's a great way to get tickets before the public. We do believe that's definitely going to be a sold-out show and are looking forward to it. But some of our shows actually, it's very beneficial to be a member and have that first right before it goes on sale to the public. There are also no convenience fees and no mailing fees when you're a member. And there's also opportunities that when we do have dress rehearsals related to the Broadway technical rehearsals, we invite our members and our sponsors first, and after that response, then if we're able to open it up to the public, we do. So as a member and as a sponsor, you are able to get first right on some of those wonderful opportunities as seen a dress rehearsal. We also have revamped our sponsorship opportunities here at the Pullo Center. We now make it available for you to sponsor each event or one event or a series of events and get involved with the event. Have advertising for each event, and also in the programs, on the website, and all around our building. We would like to thank two of our very special sponsors for providing our wonderful lunch today, the Paddock, and our delicious desserts, Frederick Larashi. And in a moment, I'd be happy to take any questions that you have. Looking forward to what you may have to say or what you'd like to know.